Good morning, gorgeous souls. Happy Thursday. I hope you are well and I hope your week is going really, really well. So join me live or on replay every Thursday this week in the group. This is our private Facebook group where I share free trainings for your sober curious, your sober journey, your alcohol freedom journey, whatever you want to call it. Now, today we are talking about how to start, where to start, or restart your journey with alcohol freedom. And whether that's you want to do a week, you want to do a month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, maybe a complete lifestyle change. Understand this is a journey. This is a private community. We get to do it together. I'm on this journey too. I may be a little further down the line. I'm 9 years into this journey. There's people way ahead of me as well. And what I have learned, the key thing is, it's not about the alcohol. It's not about the alcohol. I'm now on a sugar freedom journey. It's not about the sugar. It's about the deeper things. And this is the work that I love to do with the Wellness Tree, which is ultimately helping all of us to create the life that we want to be living, however that looks for each of us, but it's soul aligned. We're in soul freedom and we're making the conscious habits and choices that feel good to us. And let's just talk about grey area drinking, because if you're here in this community, this is set up for grey area drinkers like I was, and maybe you are, where it just feels really confusing. This grey area drinking is a big spectrum, because if you want to understand what grey area drinking actually is, the simplest way for me to explain it is to realise that it is a spectrum. On one end of the spectrum you have people who can drink a glass of wine, for example, now and again, and it's just not a problem. They can take it or leave it. And then you have people at the other end of the spectrum who are highly dependent on alcohol, who may identify with the term alcoholic. That label is just, it's not even relevant anymore. I believe they don't use it anymore in the medical professions. They actually call it alcohol dependency, and I just call it alcohol problems, alcohol issues. And the whole space in between these two ends of the spectrum is known as the grey area. It's this grey area. And this term, grey area drinking, was coined by one of my mentors, Jolene Park, who is the world's leading expert on grey area drinking. And actually, learning from her really helped me to understand that I wasn't going mad. We're not going mad. We're all experiencing, I hear this from most people, pretty much everyone I speak to, the same things, the same problems. And they're things like thoughts we have, like, why can't I just stop drinking? Why can't I do this? What's wrong with me? I can stop drinking, but I can't stay stopped. I keep going back and I keep spinning in these never-ending cycles, these day one fresh starts, and I can't seem to sort of stay consistent. And many people, get traction, but then they're back, and that can range from a period of a few weeks to months, sometimes even after a few years. And I know this happened to me after my first year of stopping drinking. So there's a whole heap of specific things, specific problems wrapped up in grey area drinking. And it's this deeper work we need to understand, that there's so many different pieces at play here. It could be gut health, it could be traumas, it could be energetic things, it could be neurotransmitters. All kinds of things can be out of whack and out of balance, and it can feel like so overwhelming honestly, just thinking, "Ooh, how do we even start?" So we are going right back to the beginning here, right back to basics, because one of the things I have come to understand is that the health and wellness industry, the sobriety world, all of it, there's so much information, and we can just give ourselves a never-ending list of things to try and work through and dig and find, like, oh, it's just ridiculous. And so what I love to do is bring it back to basics. So I want to keep this simple. The thing I love most about the wellness tree, my methodology, and I'm toe dipping all the time into this with you in this free community, is that it's so simple. And the wellness tree shows us how to set up our life with different habits, different routines, where to focus, what things to try, what things to do, and having that root system. That's what we really need to all be creating, is a steady, strong root system so that we can stay strong and steady within as we're navigating this journey, as we're navigating life's challenges, whether we're going through divorce, job loss, moving house, grief, losing loved ones, all kinds of things. And then also it's the high things. We're having a great week. We're celebrating amazing success in our business or our work. We've got a promotion, whatever the thing is. It's these highs and these lows, and trying to find the balance and just sort of staying steady. It really does come down to staying steady. So that's grey area drinking, really, and we have to be okay with it being messy, with not having it all figured out, with not knowing where we're going. I've actually got something, hang on, let me just grab this, it's popping into my mind. Here we go. I've got to read this to you, it's on my little vision board. Pick the path that lights you up, the one you know deep down is the right choice. Stop listening to doubt. Start connecting with courage. Do not let the idea of normal get in the way. It may not be the easy path, but you know great things take effort. Lean into your determination, lean into your mission, and lean into the real you. Literally, if you go back, listen to that again, write it down, pin it somewhere where you can see it. That's what I have on my vision board. I look at it so often. It's a great reminder for all of us, whatever we're doing in our life, whether it's staying on an alcohol-free path, whether it's building a business, whether it's cultivating our relationships, or, you know, just whatever the things are in our life. It's staying committed, it's staying focused, showing up even when we don't feel like it sometimes, knowing when to press the accelerator and when to put our foot on the brake and just pause and slow down, listening to ourselves. So understand that this isn't a thinking journey. Alcohol freedom is a feeling journey. It's teaching our body a new way of being. And yes, it's rewiring our mind as well to think in the way that we want to become. Now, we're going to take this really, really small for right now, because I am going to literally in this session take this back to the very, very beginning. So if you're brand new to this journey, you're curious, you're toe dipping, maybe you've done some alcohol-free days, periods of time before, and do not, if you do feel dependent on alcohol, do not suddenly stop drinking. Please, I always say, seek medical professional support so that you can detox safely. And this is really for those that actually can stop drinking and feel okay to do that, and it's safe to do that. This is for you, and this is also for you if you're wanting to get back on track. You've got yourself in that bit of a hole and a spiral, and you're like, oh, I just need a fresh start. I just need to reset. I need to reboot. So I've got 5 steps for you here. And one of the, before I go into the first step, I want to just explain, if you haven't heard me talk about on-track days, I'm just going to quickly explain what that is. So I used to work with people who were looking for to go completely alcohol free. And that's always been my thing, you know, but I now understand, and I've come to this place within myself where we're all on a journey with that. And I really understand that some people just aren't ready to quit alcohol yet, and maybe they don't actually want to, but maybe they're not even sure. But what they do know is they want to change their relationship with alcohol, whether that's drinking less, whether that's drinking none at all, and see where they go from there. And we really have to give ourselves this space. This is where there's no rules, there's no judgment. We have to do what works for us. So I then thought, okay, well, I'm going to create something called on-track days, which means people are still winning if they are choosing to currently drink less with a view to maybe stopping completely. And I'm not talking about moderating, because that's a whole other topic, and it's not something that pretty much most people I speak to, they're not able to do it. It just takes too much hard work and effort, and that's why most people decide to go alcohol free. But that is a journey that's a decision we all have to, it's a personal decision that we all come to, and we must be really allowing and accepting and open for people to just explore what works for them. And I know that moderation sure was a part of my journey, and I didn't soon forget that. I actually tried to make it work for a long time and realised it wasn't for me. But an on-track day can be drinking less. An on-track day can be drinking none. So the point is that you choose what makes an on-track day for you. And this is a feeling. You will know inside if you have stayed on track. So 5 things. Let's talk about how to start. Where do we start? Where do we focus our attention? Key things here. We want to keep this really, really simple. We want to create a plan that's simple, that's easy to understand, that's easily achievable, easy for us to start with something small, and that we can grow slowly and steadily over time, building those habits, practicing that consistency muscle, but something that actually brings us quick wins. So we're not thinking to ourselves, oh, I can't wait till I'm alcohol free. I can't wait till I've just got it. I can't wait till I've nailed it. I can't wait till I'm this most incredible, amazing, perfect person that's in my mind. That's never going to happen because you're already that now, right? We just have to believe it, and we have to really grab from inside these things, the things that you have already done in your life, the things that you've already created. So we want quick wins, and these quick wins are going to give us confidence. They're going to give evidence to our brain that actually we can do things, we can, when we apply ourselves, when we take responsibility, we can do these things. And they're really, really simple things, simple self-care things that are nourishing. And maybe it's drinking more water, maybe it's cooking yourself a nutritious meal, maybe it's just getting out in nature, maybe it's being really brave and writing a post in this Facebook group. Go on, I dare you. It's so fun. So where do we start with this? Well, number one, it's what. What do we want? I'm asking you this question, and I'd love for you to pop this in the comments. What do you want? In terms of drinking, do you want to drink less? Do you want to drink none? Do you want to create an alcohol-free lifestyle? Do you want to take a break for a certain amount of time? What would you love to make happen? So let's just really open our mind and just see if we can answer that question. Don't worry about the how, like we're going to cover that in a second. What, if you could do anything, create anything, what would it be? And feel free to add some more things in there, like what would that mean for you? What could you do if you were doing that in your different life areas? How, really, you can really expand on this. So maybe your goal, so what is the goal? What would be the ultimate goal, first of all? That really big, scary ultimate goal, but you would love to make it happen. What is the ultimate goal? And then bring it right down to now. What is the short-term next step goal that you could see yourself doing as a first step? Now that could be, I'm going to do 3 days sober. I'm going to do a week, I'm going to do a month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever. Because I want to practice drinking less. So is this a drinking less or is this a drinking none goal for you? And then number 2 is to ask yourself why. Why do you want to do this? Why is that? And don't just say, I just want to feel healthier. I want you to be really, really specific. Get really, really clear in your brain, literally as if you were talking to a 5-year-old, that a 5-year-old could understand this. What would it mean to you? Why do you want to do this? So think about what current problems, or maybe they've been problems for a while, what current problems is alcohol having in your life? How is it making you feel? How is it affecting your energy? How is it affecting your mood, your sleep, your food choices? How are you showing up in your relationships? How is your home reflecting that? Is it chaos? Is it cluttered? Are you not doing the things that you need to be doing? Are you missing out on opportunities? Are you missing out on, connections, friendships? Because maybe you want to stay home drinking instead. Are you worried about missing out on friendships because maybe your friends drink and it's a real social thing for you? Is this something that's holding you back? So just getting really, really clear and really, really honest, without judgment, without shame, but just getting it out on the paper. So how is alcohol currently impacting your life? And then ask yourself, how would I like to feel? How would I like to feel? And just feel into that. Now, number 3. Okay, so you've got your what, your goal, what you'd love to do. You've got your why, what problems you're currently experiencing, how alcohol is impacting your life, and you know how you'd like to feel. Now the next thing is how. How are you going to do this? Are you going to take a break from drinking? Are you going to start your Sober-Curious, your alcohol-free journey, whatever you want to call it? Are you going to do a month? Are you going to break that down because that feels too much? Of course, we go day to day. This is a step-by-step, day-by-day process, little baby caterpillar steps. Carve out yourself some time to focus on this. And don't worry for the moment like how you're going to do this. But how long are you going to give yourself? So for me, I started with a week. I think it was quite a while ago. It was nine years ago I finally committed, but it was years before that. I was practicing, you know, weekends, weeks. I then stretched into a month. I then practiced 2 months. There was long gaps between this as well. It was very messy, very imperfect, and that's okay. Are you going to take a year? Eventually, I gave myself a year, and a year is a gorgeous stretch because you get to put this out of your brain for a year and really focus on just, it's like doing an experiment, seeing how you feel. I think 90 days is the perfect amount of time, which is what we're doing in Strong Roots, my Strong Roots community, because it takes 90 days before the rewiring process even starts. And most people quit way before 90 days has happened. They think, oh, this is too hard. This just feels, you know, there's a lot of perspective and mindset shifting work that we can introduce. And when we know how to do this, we just feel so much freer. It feels so much lighter. And this is where most people will go wrong, because they're just focusing on the heavy, you know, how about we shift that perspective? So decide how you're going to do this, how long it's going to be. Now, step number four is to create a plan. And this needs to be simple, it needs to be easy. You want to be able to get quick wins. Again, I help you with this in Strong Roots. So you want to be able to create on-track days your way, whether you're drinking less, whether you're drinking none. You decide that part, but we get you building on-track days and seeing how many you can do, finding those quick wins. You want to be focusing on self-care, which isn't just bubble baths and massages. It's actually things like eating really well, following a healthy diet that feels good to you, staying hydrated, having really good sleep hygiene, having a simple morning ritual, having check-in points throughout the day, maintaining your energy, asking yourself what you need. It's about having a wind down evening ritual. It's about knowing how to navigate evenings, weekends, socialising and all this kind of thing. And you want to start building a toolbox. Again, we do all of this in Strong Roots. And the beautiful thing with the wellness tree is that the tree is set out for you. So it's a template, it's a guide, and then all you do is you pick the areas you want to focus on, so it's not overwhelming, it's simple structure, and then you start creating your Strong Roots. And then that step number 5 is to do it. It's to do the plan. Don't create a beautiful plan, habit trackers, gorgeous notebooks. I have fallen into that trap, spending so much time and money on planners, trackers, accountability apps, all of the most incredible things, feeling really good, feeling really positive. And then I shove those things away and think, oh, this is hard work. Keep it simple, keep it old school, pen and paper. That's literally what I do. I have my diary, a day to a page. I write all my tasks down, morning ritual, things to do in the morning, tasks I need to do during the day for my business, for my health, for the home. It's simple, and I just love ticking things off. Holding yourself accountable as well. Again, Strong Roots, we've got accountability. Get yourself in the community. We have a little private chat in Strong Roots, which is lovely. People can connect. Also knowing that you're not alone with these challenging things that we are navigating in our lives, all kinds of things. So connection, community, simplicity. Keep your plan really, really simple. honestly, if you're watching this, I just want you to start with one simple thing. So make a decision. Make a decision that's, you know, if you're feeling stuck right now, if you're just getting back on track, you're the first few days in and you're like, I've been here so many times and this feels so frustrating, and perhaps you're feeling really heavy, a bit sort of deflated because you've had a whole heap of failures. Just know those failures aren't wasted. They're actually your gold, because this is building your fuel tank. And one day you're going to gather all of that and you're going to say, right, I am doing it. And you got both feet in the new version of you and you won't look back. You may wobble off track. So what? It's all part of the journey. We've got to be okay with that. We just get back on the horse, back on track, swiftly, quickly, no drama, and we just plunge ourselves simply into self-care, into nourishing, into making great choices. And the focus is on looking after our mind, looking after our state, our nervous system. So creating space for ourselves. Maybe you're going through a really challenging time right now, and right now isn't a time for, you know, you're not really feeling all fiery and on a mission and doing loads of goals and things. It could be a season for you where, a bit like me, you're feeling the need to just pull back gently and just take some time to really nurture yourself. This is a very nurturing journey. And I know for me, I have a lot of excitement and enthusiasm, and sometimes I wear myself out with that, because there's part of me that's like, hang on, Kath, you know, can we just like take a pause? And then I almost imagine that I'm just pouring water on myself to dampen down the fire a little bit. And that's where we really do need to listen to ourselves, to just create space, even if it's just 5 minutes here and there, throughout the day as well, not just like 5 minutes in the morning, just a few minutes sprinkled throughout your day, just to check in, like, do I need to just sit with a tea right now? Do I need to just step outside and just take a few deep breaths? Do I need to just listen to some calming music? Is there a guided meditation I can listen to? Can I just sit and read? Can I just be? What are the slow, simple habits that you love, that maybe you've forgotten about because you've been pulled by life? People need your care and attention. People need your input. This is how life is set up. And then when our bodies are screaming for, like, please just pause, just take a break, let's ground, we often feel guilty for doing this. We feel like, you know, I can't stop, I might lose control of everything, or we just need to take that soul breath together. So I myself, you know, I've got so many ideas for this community, for the wellness tree, and my brain is constantly spinning with ideas, with things. It used to be I used to have high anxiety. I'd have regular panic attacks, fainting spells, no confidence, couldn't talk to anybody. And so I started with simplicity. It's my number one key thing, protecting inner peace, keeping things simple. And I am really on a mission to see if I can build my business in a way that is simple, that stops me feeling overwhelmed, and to also recognize when I do feel overwhelmed that I can take that space. And I love to just turn off notifications, to just switch off, which I find difficult because I do have a bit of an addiction to, you know, looking at things and things like that. I think we all do. And just grounding and reconnecting with nature, and just knowing that there is no rush. There is no rush, and we cannot rush healing. We cannot rush this journey. If it takes us forever, that's okay. The most important thing is that we are keeping on. Every day we're looking at each choice and asking ourselves, is this giving to me or is this taking from me? Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up. So quick recap for you. A 5-step little process for you to create a plan to start your Sober Curious journey or to restart, to recommit. Number one, what? What is the goal? What are you doing? Are you wanting to drink less? Are you wanting to drink none? Number two, why is that important to you? What problems is it currently creating? And how would you like to feel? How would you love things to be different? And number three, decide how long you're going to do this thing for. Are you going to take a break for 30, 60, 90 days, a year? Are you intending to create a lifestyle change? Bring it right back to what's doable. Start with a week, start with a month, whatever you feel you can do. Number four, create your plan. Keep it simple, keep it achievable. Make yourself create quick wins. Set it up so you can create a win. And a win is the smallest thing. It could be, I didn't drink today. That's actually a massive win. It could be, I sat with a cup of tea for 5 minutes and I just created that space and I just breathed and I was just with my tea. Amazing. It could be, I had a shower. Like literally, sometimes it's hard to find the time to have a shower. It's like, oh, I'll have a shower tomorrow. You know, whatever the thing is, look for the smallest thing. Make it easy to implement so that you can start creating on-track days. And an on-track day is on track if you're drinking less or you're drinking none, what feels on track for you. And number 5 is do it. Don't think, just do it. Get into action, take that step. Come on, get your get your big girl pants on. Let's do this together. I'm doing it with you. I want to hear your wins. I want to hear what you're up to, what you're doing. Let's do this together. If you want to have more support with this, come and join Strong Roots. Come and join Strong Roots. I've got a folder set up for us. It's all step by step. It's super easy, straightforward. So much value in there and a really lovely community of ladies doing it together. So if you have any questions, if you want the details of Strong Roots, drop details in the comments or send me a private message. Thank you for joining me live and on the replay as well. Lots of love.